Hi everybody, welcome to another video from Let's Start Gaming Live, and today I'm going to review game Dev Tycoon. Yesterday I wrote a blog post about this game because it's the first game from a small development company, and it's a game about making games, and as all game developing companies, they were worried about piracy. So what they decided to do was to create a game and they released a pirated version of their own game to some torrent websites. And in that version, as soon as you got to level 2 of the game, you would start to be plagued by piracy. You would get some messages that nobody was buying your games due to piracy, and inevitably your company would bankrupt. So that story is in every news outlet by now, and I decided to try the real version of the game. So here's a review, and we start by selecting a company name and a player name, of course. So let me select the name. Let's start gaming, and the player name. Okay, so let's select the hair. I'm not red-headed, so I'm going to choose this one. And yes, nice sweater vest. So let's click continue, and I've played this game a little bit before, so I could get prepared for the review. And the gameplay is pretty simple. You just click wherever and the menu appears, and in this case the only option I have, because I just started, is develop new game. You enter the name for your game. It's fun to put real game names, especially when you are much further on your research and you can create something that, or for example, I can create a real RPG and select the functions that RPG would have in real life. But in this case, I'm just going to put, usually I select the topic of the game first, so medieval and strategy. Platform, the game evolves, and the time that you can see here on the top right corner goes forward, and that is kind of a history class on games, because you see the platforms that are available right now, and as the time moves on you get news about new platforms and about new gaming consoles, about new handheld consoles, and the names are not real, so they don't have the license to put right here, for example, PlayStation, but they have a similar name and the photo is really similar, so you totally know what they're talking about. In this case, I'm going to develop this game for the PC because it's a strategy game, medieval game, and I'm going to call it Conquer with an exclamation point. That's going to help a lot. So it's very easy, as you can see, and you click next. You select the kind of graphics you want, so it can be text-based or 2D graphics, version 1. And now your guy, because right now I only have one guy, that it's me, and it's starting to create the game. And on development stage 1 you get to choose the focus on engine, gameplay and story quests. In this case I'm going to raise the engine, and he will go to work for a little while. You can see the cache right here. So medieval and strategy again. So, and in development stage 2 we get to choose between dialogues, level design and artificial intelligence. Because this is a strategy game, I'm going for AI. And there are some points being distributed to design, technology, research and bugs. And in the development stage number 3 we get to choose what kind of graphics and what kind of sounds. Right now, because I only have basic sounds, there's nothing else to choose. And then we get to choose between world design, graphics and sound, and I'm going to max out the world design part. So my guy goes to work for a little while, and soon my game is finished. I just have to wait until the bugs go down to 0. You don't have to wait, but if you release a game with too many bugs, people won't like it. And now you get to see the amount of design and technology points you got, the experience gain. So each one of these topics gain experience individually, and in this case I got a bonus because I used the new topic and the new combo. I never made a medieval strategy game before, and a great combo. So medieval and strategy, the game thinks that's a good combination, so you get a bonus XP. And now I click in release the game, and you get to see the reviews. So for this game I get a 7, and the reviews are a good indicator of how well the game is going to do in the market. The 8 and another 8, and a comment that says that medieval and strategy is a great combination. I click close, and that is a news about my first game. And now I'm able to see right here the sales as they come in. 4,000 units in the first week. I had clicked on skip tutorial, but apparently some messages still show up, and so does the sound, and that's why we have no sound right now, because I kept turning the music off and the music kept turning itself on again, so I just muted the game. It's a new record, of course, because it's the first game I've ever made, and I will develop a new one just so you get a good idea on the development of a new game. So sports, simulation, I'm going to call it, kick it, again, exclamation point, always important. And for the PC, I'm developing for the PC because the development cost is only 5,000, and for the G64 it's 20,000. This is a Commodore, by the way. It's G, but again, licensing. So I'm clicking next, start development, and my guy is going to develop a new game. This time a sports simulation game, and this time I'm going to focus it on gameplay. So this would be a football or soccer game, if you will. Let's focus it on AI too. Now, as you see, as you develop the game, you get research points that you can use later for researching new technologies and new features for your games, and I'll show you that right away. And this is the final tally for my first game, Conquer. So it sold 16,000 units, almost 17, and it generated 118,000, let's say, dollars. Click OK. Let's wait for the bugs to go down, and let's click finish, and my second game is now ready. So this is the very basic of the game, because there's not much variety to select when creating games. But as you go forward, things get more complicated. You get a lot more choices. Let's watch the reviews for Kick It. 7, 7, 7, and 7. Yes. Okay. Close, and let's show you the research part. Oh, I did skip tutorial. So right now I only have two things that I can research: custom game engine, and after you get this research, you get more research topics, and you have the opportunity to research a new topic. So I have sports, military, medieval, and space, and I can research racing, fantasy, pirate, and sci-fi. And there's a lot more topics that are locked for now, as you can see. So let's skip this part, and eventually, as you get to 1 million in cash, you get to change offices and go to much better one. Contract work is a feature that I really never use. It's you can do some contracts for some other companies to improve your cash flow. Okay, just go away. And something cool is that you get to see your entire game history, so you can watch everything you've made before. In this case, I'm only on my second game, and you can see how much did it cost to make, the units it sold, the income, the profit, and the average score, and the fans you got from it. The fans are counted right here on this corner. So I can see that my new game, Kick It, is already on the profit with 8,000 units sold. So right now I'm going to stop this and load a different save that I had. This one. So you can see the second office. So in this game I just moved for a new office. I got a very successful game called ARG. It's a pirate game. As you can see here, it's a pirate adventure, and it's on 1 million profit, and it's only on the second week of sales. The other games had been only moderate successes, but this game really took off. This one I forgot to put a title for, so it's called Game Number 13. That's the default title. I made a game called Tetris for the oh, what's the name of this? I had one. Okay, never mind. And if you see here, there's a lot more possibilities. So now every time I make a new game, I have to select if it's targeted at young people, everyone, or mature people. I have some new topics unlocked. I have a new genre called casual, and the platforms. This is the Sega. Vana is Sega. It's the Game Gear. And there's the Master System. I think that's the name. and I had one too. I remember this gamepad so well, and this is the NAS. So, as I told you before, these some new consoles appear and some go away, as they did in real life, and you get some news about the new releases of gaming consoles. So, because I'm on new office, I have the possibility to hire some people. Before I do that, I have to take a staff management course, because you don't have to. You need to know how to manage your staff, because before you can hire them. So I'm taking that course right now. There's a bar right here, progress bar, right on top of my head. And I moved offices, but I brought the Pong blackboard with me. That's always important. And now I can click on fill position. I have to select the budget for the find staff and what kind of tests I want to perform on them. In this case, I'm going to choose complex algorithm, and I'm going to spend 200,000 searching for a new employee. And you get some news. Of people reacting to me changing to a bigger office. I keep getting messages from the tutorial, which is very annoying. And let's select one of these guys. I'm going for this one. Hire someone famous. I don't know why he is famous, but okay. Maybe he's named after some real game developer that is famous, but I don't know him. New research available, medium games, and for medium games you need to have a little more staff. And now my previous game, Harg, sold 420,000 units and made almost 3 million in sales. As I was saying, up to now, one guy did everything. So in this case, I did everything. But from now on medium games, you have to select which of your guys is going to work in each part of the game. So let's research medium games. This guy, oh no, I don't want to fire him, sorry. And let's hire this guy and send him to a staff welcome training. And let's research something else here. Marketing allows you to, as the name say, release marketing campaigns for your games while you are developing them to increase the hype around the game. Yeah, let's do that so I can show you. And right now my company is really small, so for it to release his own games it would be difficult for medium-sized games. So you have the possibility of doing publishing contracts. So a publisher will publish your game, you develop the game, but someone else publishes it, and it's much easier to reach a bigger audience that way and to increase your fan base. So for that, I'll just click here on the find a publishing deal. Come on, go away. Okay, and here on the publishing deal, they make some demands, so they can choose which platform are you going to release it for. The minimum score that the game needs to have, and if you have a score below that, you have to pay this penalty. The upfront pay is how much they're going to pay you before you release the game, so to help with the cost of developing the new game. And right here you can see that it says no license for the Game Gear, because I've never developed a game for this, and in case I want to do it, I need to pay the license to Sega to be able to develop the game for this platform. So in this case, I'm going to choose this one, and that means that I will need to have a minimum score of 7, or I will pay this penalty for having a game below the required minimum score. Let's click accept, and I'm going to make it about let's see, racing simulation. They made no demands in regard to platform, so I can select whatever platform I want. I'm going to make it for PC because of the development costs, and because the only game I've developed for this one was pretty bad. The license costs for Game Gear are 50,000, and for this one are 100,000. So PC it is. I'm going to make it for everyone, and I'm using this game engine. So when you develop an engine, then you have to choose each time which one you want to use. I'm going to choose this one, and it's going to be called Cars. 3D graphics. And now it's telling me that because this is a bigger game, I have to choose which guy is going to work on which part. So being a racing game, I'm going to put the main focus on gameplay, and you can choose, as you can see, a lot more options right here. Let's click OK, and now all my guys are going to contribute to this game. As you can see, they are all helping with the development of this game. Now I am going to put the focus on level design, and here you can see the amount of work they're doing. So you shouldn't go above 100%, of course. And they work on the game. So this game is pretty much it's very repetitive. It's not like they reinvented the wheel here. It's a tycoon game, so if you played some tycoon games, you know what you're getting yourself into. Right now I have some guys over 100%, so I have to correct that. Nope, let's just change this one here, and now raise this bar. Okay, everyone at 100%. As I was saying, I love Tycoon games. I don't know if you do. If you do, this is you should give it a try. And not that the developer needs it because of the stunt, the publicity stunt they did. They are going to be swimming in money very soon, much more than they had anticipated, I'm sure. And but anyway, the game is fun, and it's a good way to waste a few hours. So I really recommend it, but don't go in expecting some game-changing play, because it's not about that. So I'm going to release this new game called Cars, and I can now research stereo sound. And let's see the reviews. Okay, the reviews are average. Of course, this game, because it's distributed, it's not independently distributed. It's going to reach a much larger audience that it would otherwise. And I'm going to research some more things. So this guy is going to research branching stories, dialogue tree, and I am going to research day and night cycle. As you can see, let's take a look at the history. My previous game, my biggest success ever, that made $3 million in profit, only sold 400,000 copies, and my new game is already above it, but I don't get the full income of it, of course. The publisher gets the biggest part. So even though I'm going to sell much more copies, the amount of money is not proportional to a game that I self-release. But because the company is small, I don't have the fan base to release my own games yet, and I don't have the cash available to release my own games yet. I didn't make any advertising campaign for this game, but it's selling pretty well anyway. The costs are in the almost 40,000, where before they were on the 40. And yep, so as you can see, the size of the game escalates pretty nice. So I have a different saved game on my laptop, in which I had the entire positions filled. I mean I had 4 employees, and I was starting to take to release some games independently, and I was starting to aim at large games, but that is with only 4 employees, that is difficult. So in summary, I recommend this game. It's very nice, and it's cheap. You can find it for under I think the price is $8 or €7 in case you are in Europe. And yeah, go get it. Thank you for watching. Follow us on Facebook and on Twitter, and visit our blog. Thank you.